and he who says he
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
The margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second.
you got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Don't be afraid to fail. You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions.
You have to believe that something different can happen. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
That most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Dig deep down, and ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy, no matter how crazy it may sound to the people.
Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
What did you say to the kid? It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Get up.
Get up. And don't ever give up.
We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time.
To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before.
Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. If you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time.
Don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it.
If you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not point fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature. Now!
I'm going to show you how great I am.
The 17th chapter of St. Luke is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure.
Now, what are you gonna do?
Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
It's time. Come on, yeah, I think they know about it. Look up, no other way around it. Check out the way we rock it. I got it.
What starts here changes the world. I have a few suggestions that may help you on your way to a better world. And while these lessons were learned during my time in the military, I can assure you that it matters not whether you ever served a day in uniform. It matters not your gender, your ethnic or religious background, your orientation, or your social status. Our struggles in this world are similar, and the lessons to overcome those struggles and to move forward, changing ourselves and changing the world around us, will apply equally to all. So here are the 10 lessons I learned from basic SEAL training that hopefully will be of value to you as you move forward in life. Every morning in SEAL training, my instructors, who at the time were all Vietnam veterans, would show up in my barracks room, and the first thing they'd do was inspect my bed. If you did it right, the corners would be square, the covers would be pulled tight, the pillow centered just under the headboard, and the extra blanket folded neatly at the foot of the rack. It was a simple task, mundane at best, but every morning we were required to make our bed to perfection. It seemed a little ridiculous at the time, particularly in light of the fact that we were aspiring to be real warriors, tough, battle-hardened SEALs. But the wisdom of this simple act has been proven to me many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. During SEAL training, the students are all broken down into boat crews. Each crew is 7 students, 3 on each side of a small rubber boat, and 1 coxswain to help guide the dinghy. Every day, your boat crew forms up on the beach and is instructed to get through the surf zone and paddle several miles down the coast. In the winter, the surf off San Diego can get to be 8 to 10 feet high, and it is exceedingly difficult to paddle through the plunging surf unless everyone digs in. Every paddle must be synchronized to the stroke count of the coxswain. Everyone must exert equal effort, or the boat will turn against the wave and be unceremoniously dumped back on the beach. For the boat to make it to its destination, everyone must paddle. You can't change the world alone. You will need some help. And to truly get from your starting point to your destination takes friends, colleagues, the goodwill of strangers, and a strong coxswain to guide you. If you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of the little guys, the Munchkin crew, we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys from every corner of the nation and the world always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. Several times a week, the instructors would line up the class and do a uniform inspection. It was exceptionally thorough. Your hat had to be perfectly starched, your uniform immaculately pressed, your belt buckle shiny and void of any smudges. But it seemed that no matter how much effort you put into starching your hat or pressing your uniform or polishing your belt buckle, it just wasn't good enough. The instructors would find something wrong. For failing the uniform inspection, the student had to run, fully clothed, into the surf zone, then wet from head to toe, roll around on the beach until every part of your body was covered with sand. The effect was known as a sugar cookie.
Perfect for whatever you're craving. It's Taco Bell's Beefy Melton Fiesta Veggie Burritos for just $2.
You stayed in the uniform the rest of the day, cold, wet, and sandy. There were many a student who just couldn't accept the fact that all their efforts were in vain, that no matter how hard they tried to get the uniform right, it went unappreciated. Those students didn't make it through training. Those students didn't understand the purpose of the drill. You were never going to succeed. You were never going to have a perfect uniform. The instructors weren't going to allow it. Sometimes, no matter how well you prepare or how well you perform, you still end up as a sugar cookie. It's just the way life is sometimes. If you want to change the world, get over being a sugar cookie and keep moving forward. Every day during training, you were challenged with multiple physical events: long runs, long swims, obstacle courses, hours of calisthenics, something designed to test your mettle. Every event had standards, times you had to meet. If you failed to meet those times, those standards, your name was posted on a list, and at the end of the day, those on the list were invited to a circus. A circus was 2 hours of additional calisthenics, designed to wear you down, to break your spirit, to force you to quit. No one wanted a circus. A circus meant that for that day, you didn't measure up. A circus meant more fatigue, and more fatigue meant that the following day would be more difficult, and more circuses were likely. But at some time during SEAL training, everyone made the circus list. But an interesting thing happened to those who were constantly on the list. Over time, those students who did 2 hours of extra calisthenics got stronger and stronger. The pain of the circuses built inner strength and physical resiliency. Life is filled with circuses. You will fail. You will likely fail often. It will be painful. It will be discouraging. At times, it will test you to your very core. But if you want to change the world, don't be afraid of the circuses. At least twice a week, the trainees were required to run the obstacle course. The obstacle course contained 25 obstacles, including a 10-foot wall, a 30-foot cargo net, a barbed wire crawl, to name a few. But the most challenging obstacle was the slide for life. It had a 3-level, 30-foot tower at one end and a 1-level tower at the other. In between was a 200-foot long rope. You had to climb the 3-tiered tower, and once at the top, you grabbed the rope, swung underneath the rope, and pulled yourself hand over hand until you got to the other end. The record for the obstacle course had stood for years when my class began in 1977. The record seemed unbeatable until one day a student decided to go down the slide for life head first. Instead of swinging his body underneath the rope and inching his way down, he bravely mounted the top of the rope and thrust himself forward. It was a dangerous move, seemingly foolish and fraught with risk. Failure could mean injury and being dropped from the course. Without hesitation, the student slid down the rope perilously fast. Instead of several minutes, it only took him half that time. And by the end of the course, he had broken the record. If you want to change the world, sometimes you have to slide down the obstacles head first. During the land warfare phase of training, the students are flown out to San Clemente Island, which lies off the coast of San Diego. The waters off San Clemente are a breeding ground for the great white sharks. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. As Navy SEALs, one of our jobs is to conduct underwater attacks against enemy shipping. We practice this technique extensively during training. The ship attack mission is where a pair of SEAL divers is dropped off outside an enemy harbor and then swims well over 2 miles underwater, using nothing but a depth gauge and a compass to get to the target. During the entire swim, even well below the surface, there is some light that comes through. It is comforting to know that there is open water above you. But as you approach the ship, which is tied to a pier, the light begins to fade. The steel structure of the ship blocks the moonlight. It blocks the surrounding street lamps. It blocks all ambient light. To be successful in your mission, you have to swim under the ship and find the keel, the center line, and the deepest part of the ship. This is your objective. But the keel is also the darkest part of the ship, where you cannot see your hand in front of your face, where the noise from the ship's machinery is deafening, and where it gets to be easily disoriented, and you can fail. Every SEAL knows that under the keel, at that darkest moment of the mission, is a time when you need to be calm, when you must be calm, when you must be composed, when all your tactical skills, your physical power, and your inner strength must be brought to bear. If you want to change the world, you must be your very best in the darkest moments. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and one special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down to the Mud Flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive this freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of the rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became two, and two became three, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted. And somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start singing when you're up to your neck in mud. Finally, in SEAL training, there's a bell. A brass bell that hangs in the center of the compound for all the students to see. All you have to do to quit, is ring the bell. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to wake up at 5 o'clock. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to be in the freezing cold swims. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to do the runs, the obstacle course, the PT, and you no longer have to endure the hardships of training. All you have to do is ring the bell to get out. If you want to change the world, don't ever ring the bell. It will not be easy. Start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better. Thank you very much.
You could do it live and get paid for it, just like that. No matter where your customers are. Open everywhere with Square.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, thank you, President Powers, Provost Fenves, deans, members of the faculty, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2014. It is indeed an honor for me to be here tonight. It's been almost 37 years to the day that I graduated from UT. I remember a lot of things about that day. I remember I had a throbbing headache from a party the night before. I remember I had a serious girlfriend, who I later married. That's important to remember, by the way. And I remember I was getting commissioned in the Navy that day. But of all the things I remember, I don't have a clue who the commencement speaker was, and I certainly don't remember anything they said. So acknowledging that fact, if I can't make this commencement speech memorable, I will at least try to make it short. So the university slogan is, what starts here changes the world. Well, I've got to admit, I kind of like it. What starts here changes the world. Tonight, there are almost 8,000 students, or there are more than 8,000 students graduated from UT. So that great paragon of analytical rigor, Ask.com, says that the average American will meet 10,000 people in their lifetime. 10,000 people, that's a lot of folks. But if every one of you changed the lives of just 10 people, and each one of those people changed the lives of another 10 people, and another 10, then in 5 generations, 125 years, the class of 2014 will have changed the lives of 800 million people. 800 million people. Think about it. Over twice the population of the United States. Go one more generation, and you can change the entire population of the world, 8 billion people. If you think it's hard to change the lives of 10 people, change their lives forever, you're wrong. I saw it happen every day in Iraq and Afghanistan. A young Army officer makes a decision to go left instead of right down a road in Baghdad, and the 10 soldiers with him are saved from a close-in ambush. In Kandahar province, Afghanistan, a non-commissioned officer from the female engagement team senses that something isn't right and directs the infantry platoon away from a 500-pound IED, saving the lives of a dozen soldiers. But if you think about it, not only were those soldiers saved by the decisions of one person, but their children were saved, and their children's children. Generations were saved by one decision, one person. But changing the world can happen anywhere, and anyone can do it. So what starts here can indeed change the world. But the question is, what will the world look like after you change it? Well, I'm confident that it will look much, much better. But if you'll humor this old sailor for just a moment, I have a few suggestions that may help you on your way to a better world. And while these lessons were learned during my time in the military, I can assure you that it matters not whether you ever served a day in uniform. It matters not your gender, your ethnic or religious background, your orientation, or your social status. Our struggles in this world are similar, and the lessons to overcome those struggles and to move forward, changing ourselves and changing the world around us, will apply equally to all. I've been a Navy SEAL for 36 years, but it all began when I left UT for basic SEAL training in Coronado, California. Basic SEAL training is 6 months of long, torturous runs in the soft sand, midnight swims in the cold water off San Diego, obstacle courses, unending calisthenics, days without sleep, and always being cold, wet, and miserable. It is 6 months of being constantly harassed by professionally trained warriors who seek to find the weak of mind and body and eliminate them from ever becoming a Navy SEAL. But the training also seeks to find those students who can lead in an environment of constant stress, chaos, failure, and hardships. To me, basic SEAL training was a lifetime of challenges crammed into 6 months. So here are the 10 lessons I learned from basic SEAL training that hopefully will be of value to you as you move forward in life. Every morning in SEAL training, my instructors, who at the time were all Vietnam veterans, would show up in my barracks room, and the first thing they'd do was inspect my bed. If you did it right, the corners would be square, the covers would be pulled tight, the pillow centered just under the headboard, and the extra blanket folded neatly at the foot of the rack. It was a simple task, mundane at best, but every morning we were required to make our bed to perfection. It seemed a little ridiculous at the time, particularly in light of the fact that we were aspiring to be real warriors, tough, battle-hardened SEALs. But the wisdom of this simple act has been proven to me many times over. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made.
HDTVTest was bought and paid for by the UHD Alliance. That was 4 months ago. That was before any of this drama. Is that you not trying to... I just want to be left alone? It's weird. Strange. HDTVTest harshly bashes the SN95B and its consumers. I thought you're not all about that drama. Dude, I've called out other channels too, but I thought you said you weren't about this. There's just 2 videos, right? HDTVTest gets properly roasted for throwing shade at small AV YouTubers buying QD OLED for a review. Oh, wow, look. And it's funny, you calling out other names here, that's how you get viewership. I thought you said that's all we do. We just talk about other YouTubers, and that's our thing. You have to throw other... It looks like you're trying to throw HDTV, but again, it doesn't apply to you because you're a hypocritical piece of lying, fucking, disgusting garbage, and I don't like you. This is your channel. Are you going to say it's not you? You didn't take that? I thought you said that this is what... You don't do this. I just want to review TVs and be left alone. HDTV caps so hard for the CX and BX. HDTV are big mad. Let's talk about these salty comments. Was it all hackers who put this all up? Are you going to take all these videos down and say they don't exist? You fucking psycho. HDTVTest test your... Let's see here. HDTVTest exposed. He has a playlist. The man has a playlist. It's an imposter. He forgot. Okay, I'm going to use the same excuse he said on Twitter just to prove to you how ridiculous that excuse is. These are videos that a hacker put up. It was not him. He disavows them after you ask him about him 10 times, and he forgot to take these videos down that were not made by him. Someone used a deep fake to make all these videos. Were you there when I uploaded the videos? You can't prove me wrong. I can't. Let's hold on. Here we go. HDTVTest bashes PS5 bandwidth, yet downplays for LG and Xbox Series X limitations. Why is that? These are flamey videos, man. I thought you weren't about this. I thought you were talking down to the rest of the gaming and tech community that was like this. That you don't do this. You're above this. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it must have been that goddamn hacker again. That fucking hacker. Damn it. Quantum TV is sussy. I would say so. This is the end for Quantum TV. Dude, it's never the end for this. Have you not noticed that? I regret putting my final video in that thumbnail. HDTVTest downplays. Man, HDTVTest, he loves you, dude. He's got you on the mind. OLED HDTVTest gets false claim totally wrecked. Ever trust HDTVTest part 2? Hashtag stop lying for the description. Holy shit. Like, he is such a pathological liar. Dude, please come on. You said that all other YouTubers do, and I don't do this. I'm literally showing on your channel right now. Explain how this is perfectly fine for you, but you think other people shouldn't do it. Explain how it's perfectly fine for you to literally take a 30-second clip of a Disney movie unaltered, owned by the Walt Disney Corporation, post it on your channel. But for other people, actually making transformative content that's fair use is not okay. I'm all ears. Please, I implore you to come talk to me. Come have a chat. I'll bring the birds. I'll bring the Spindrift Seltzer. You can't have any. Go fuck yourself. And you can explain it all away. You could explain it all away. I'll give you, I mean, I'm not Keemstar. I don't have that much of a following, but I think I'm not a Mudahar. I'm not critical. But I could give you a fairly deep. You could redeem yourself. We could have the fuck off. You ain't redeeming shit. But I would love to see you squirm and try to lie your way out of it. But you won't let that happen. You'll just do the same thing you did to the Ackman. Oh wait, my connection's not working. Oh look, my connection. Oh damn, I couldn't actually get on with you. Sucks. Really, dude? I know. But dude, it's an incredible story. I have a feeling that with this story of this guy will never end. He'll keep responding and digging holes. Could this be a Chris Chan? Yeah. And he probably, I don't know his personal life. I don't want to be quite frank with you, but speculation. Obviously, his wife is a yes person. He probably has family that thinks the same way he does. So no one's ever going to step in. If anything, they'll enable him. Speculation, but sometimes you just have a gut feeling, and I do have a large gut that I'm right.
And anybody who's ever reached out to anyone's next of kin to reach someone else, I guess they're just creepy for that. It's ridiculous that...
Yes, I have never called a person, as an adult man, I don't think ever actually, I have never called a person's mother to complain about them. I'm not saying you should have a fist fight with him. I'm not saying any kind of physical altercation. Like I would condemn that wholeheartedly. But if you truly felt like you were being threatened, you call law enforcement. You don't call the person's mommy.
This is the mindset, but we know what it is. If we look at the behavior...
The sex bots are here. I have a successful stream. Actually, they've come a couple times when I had like 300 people watching me play Elden Ring, so never mind. They just... If there is more than like 100 people in a live stream, they're there to try to get you to get your credit card information. Do not click on their links. I don't care how horny you are, by the way, please.
People like Mischief and Review Tech USA who make apologies for racists and people who support child pornography and child predator behavior, then it's very obvious what's going on here. I mean, literally look at Mischief on February 22nd, where he makes a video talking about, Fertanga Plays and or whatever his name is, and the Actman are trying to be canceled by PlayStation fanboys for racism. It's not that they're trying to be canceled by fanboys. It's that when you have a history of attacking people and insulting them and harassing them, and they look into you and they say, hey, what are you all about? And then stuff pops up on you because you're a YouTube celebrity. And one of those things is that you told people to slit their wrists. You're dropping the N-word on multiple occasions. You have very choice words against the gay community. You have very choice words against Jewish people and like all this other stuff.
Yeah, I saw his tweets. No, they're not okay. But again, here is the key difference. I'm not defending the Actman on what he said. It wasn't right. And there's nothing to full stop. There's nothing else I could say on that. But the difference is he apologized. He owned up to it. It hasn't, as far as I know, done it since. You have had these same takes for years. It wasn't just from 2018. You were talking about the same shit recently on social media platforms. And you've done it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Why do I even have to explain it again? Quantum fears the bread. Why does he fear the bread? Is he going to make like a ham sandwich or something?
Like things that you and your community of friends have said collectively is just the worst. And when you get caught saying these horrible things, you guys come out and you make these like disingenuous apology videos and you say like, oh, but I apologize and I owned it. And all should be forgiven and don't ever bring it up again. And it's that mindset. It's like, man, you guys really strike me as like those people who like went to college and were like.
But here is what you're also doing, Quantum. What you're not understanding. First off, at least I could say for me, the things that I've said and have owned up to are nowhere in the same realm of what you fucking said. And secondly, I apologize for them. But you can't do it. You literally are incapable of saying that, look, those are awful things that we know it's you because they were on your social media platforms and they were not screen caps and they were across multiple social media platforms that were shut down as I was live streaming them. It's not, it's irrefutable. But you're going on the thing of you weren't there as I was typing them. So you don't know it was me. Oh, shut, dude. That's like I said. That's like if there was a tab of Pornhub open on my phone. You didn't know I was jerking off to it. Yes, I know I used that joke the other day, but it's very true. Of course it was me watching porn. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Like the guy's getting accused of like sexual assault.
Oh, he believes in voter fraud. He's COVID conspiracies. He's the guy who thinks he's more of an expert on you even if you went to school and got a doctorate because he read an article on like myfreedom.net.
And then the moment, like, you know, you apologize for it, you demanded everybody let it go because you were a kid with a bright future. Like, that's how you guys act. And it's in your history of your behavior. It's not just me, like...
So, according to you, anyone who has ever made a mistake ever should never be forgiven. Now, obviously, there's context to it. There's, you know, if you're a mass murderer, you should never be forgiven. But with that mindset, you're fucked. Fun fact, you weren't there. I was typing. It doesn't hold. Yeah. So, dude, that's like what, and I'm not comparing, again, he didn't, as far as I know, and I don't think he did any kind of To Catch a Predator caliber stuff, but there was literally a guy in there who was like, oh yeah, I used to go to a library. I may have left my account open. Maybe someone went into my account and said those disgusting things and sent my penis pictures to somebody. It wasn't me, I swear. No, it was that "Can I taste your nuts" guy. I forgot his fucking name. He was like, yeah, that wasn't me. Maybe, you know.
Like coming up with a claim, like that's how this comes off, right? At least to me. Now, the thing that really gives it away is that, like, Mischief runs to Review Tech USA saying things like, oh,
he didn't run to me. He didn't run to me. He didn't run to me with a fucking thing.
I guess Quantum found his new chew toy when
I could check it in a little bit, Solid Crusader. How excited I am for Modern Warfare 2. I don't know.
Was sent all those things.
I don't mean to be like dismissive of it, but I haven't touched Call of Duty in a while. Just got
things about you, Act Man, and then kind of says that, like, oh, never mind the fact that he disavowed them like 4 times. That's funny coming from you, Mischief, considering like I've disavowed those hacked tweets on multiple occasions. And it's funny that you guys say that we've proved that it wasn't a hack, as if you have surveillance video play.
But even if that bullshit, it was true, which, again, you've said the same stuff across multiple social media platforms. Again, you're all coincidences. You're really going to go with the, oh, you didn't see me physically type it into my phone or whatever device you were on? Fucking seriously? Dude, he super chats himself. Stop it. I don't fucking believe you. Where's the chat? Show chat replay. No, I want to see live chat replay.
Placing me in some public library, typing out those tweets with like timestamps and, you know, logs of like every keystroke I made on that day. And
yeah, Smiles, dude, just accept your mistakes just like I did. Just own it, man. I've even owned up to shit before that was never even public. Why? Because I truly changed from it. And I hate when people just own up to stuff when they get caught for it. Because if you only own up to things when you get caught for it, I don't think that means you've grown as a person. But you're just not owning up to anything. Own up to it. Grow. Just grow as a person. But you don't want to. And I'll take that back. So, because, like, look, man, I was genuine with my apology when I said that slur back in the day. I was genuine with that. But I also like to own up to things that I just know I was a different person with, and not because I got caught, just because it's like, man, I would never do or say any of that shit now. You know what I mean? You grow, you change, but you don't want to because you really haven't changed. That is you.
And at the same breath and token, like, you guys want to sit there and act like there's a photograph of me sending something like that and like gloating about it.
It's like he's setting up a court case. So if he thinks that this goes to court, that he could say like, oh, babe, my wife actually went on my phone while I was sleeping. Murderer using quantum. Did you actually see me stabbed open for all you know? Well, I guess you could say the argument, well, there would be DNA evidence there.
Or something. There's nothing like that.
I don't know. I know Max Metal. I know he has Quantrill Bishop. His other channel got shut down, or did he shut it down? I don't think he's banned it. I think he shut down El Pressador.
And I find it very funny, and I think most people with a brain would find it very odd and suspicious that I tell you I got hacked in 2018, and then all the tweets that you pull up are from 2018, and then all of the negative posts you pull up.
Oh, they weren't. Wasn't Stop the FOMO's tweet was from one where you're saying he was a Satanist on your blog post was way newer. Dude, he needs beyond Dr. Phil. He needs like inpatient mental illness is strong. He needs Amazon driver here again. Thank you, dude. What if the sex bot is offering food or a free pet chicken or no? They're just offering to steal your credit card and ruin your credit score. That's what they're offering. Yeah, he ain't sitting there and curating the whole. Oh my God! And he is such a narcissist that you guys say he's super chatting to get people to pay. He's spending his own money, which he knows he's going to lose 30% of, to get people to pay attention to him in the comments. This is insane. To the live chat
from 2018 when I told you I got hacked. It's very convenient how that works, right? Very convenient how all this stuff falls in line with what I told you. But again, when you disavow something, it means something. When I disavow something, it's a lie.
No, because you didn't disavow it. You didn't apologize for it. You tried to blame someone else, and you're trying to say, oh, it's just not me. Let's look up this Chemical XJ9 account that everyone keeps talking about. Here he is. Is this actually him? Yeah.
This is going to be the most unpopular thing I think anyone has ever said about Horizon Forbidden West. And before I start saying anything...
Oh, no. Is he trying to change his voice poorly? Oh, no. Bro, are you literally going to just prove the fact that you are exactly who you're trying to pretend you're not by saying some stupid... He's going to try to say some, like, anti-woke shit here, isn't he?
About it. I'm just going to show you this. You know, what color is my skin, okay?
Yeah, that means nothing. Candace Owens goes behind the same shit, too.
Black guy here, okay? What is with all of the black pandering in this game? Can I ask? Like, every...
Wow. Weird. Is he having the same takes here that he had in those tweets that were allegedly not him? It's almost like he's exactly who he wrote those tweets. Oh, you sucked me! Tickled man in his brain. Dad and Bird stream for the win. Intro farts, please. Of course. Oh, you sucked me! Oh, you sucked me!
Try to relax your anus.
Oh, that's a good blend right there. Quantum is typed to be fooled by 3x times the price for a lap dance and then go glow to his friends. He had yes. I just met some hot ladies. I spent 3 weeks of pay just to get a boner. Quantum TV is also on TikTok under the politically prescribed. He changed his username as his previous username was Quantum. Politically. Oh, dude. Politically prescribed. I'm going to have to go check that out. This guy can't help himself, bro. This guy can't help himself. Let's finish this fucking video. Hold on, let me get my notepad open here. Politically prescribed. Thank you. Rich, it's okay. Quantum doesn't have proof you typed you are a fan of Voss, so now you could say, yeah. How did you know that? How did you know that was me, Quantum? Maybe one of the birds got my phone and they're fans of Voss, and it's not me.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders.
Yes, you could get a suck. I knew people were going to like to suck me, and I like it.
Oh, you sucked me!
We're almost at 2,000 people here, man.
2 seconds that I'm like in the story mode, there's some black NPC character that they're throwing in front of my face, and it's just it gets to a point where it's almost demeaning, in my opinion.
Oh my God. There's a black person in a video game. What? It's a fictional fucking world, dude. It's fiction. It's not like it's based historically on some place. It's fiction. There could be whatever skin colors they want. Oh, if you look at the old, he uses the same Deadpool mask. Oh, of course.
Where it's like you can't do much of anything without running into these black NPC characters that are in such an excess, right? That it's like it's extremely noticeable. Like you.
What? Dude. It's a fucking video game in a straight up fictional world. What are you talking about? Dude, if he was on Judge Judy, she would be beating the shit out of him, and she would probably be able to legally get away with it. I don't want to see anyone beat the shit out of Quantum. Can I make that abundantly clear? I don't want to see that happen. She'd kick him out before he even got in the fucking door. I only found it out because he commented on some entrepreneur's TikTok from Quantum TV. With his comment was clear. The dude was, please send him. I beg you to please send me a link via Twitter. You need to watch this video with Oblivion music. Sure. I've made a stream on him because I hate false DMCA claims. There you go. I've lost this channel false claims last year for 2 months to Kumzo. Somehow I was able to get it back. Yeah, DMCA is bullshit, dude. That's why everyone's pissed off.
You can't not notice it. And I'm not even like an hour or two into the game. It's just like, it just keeps coming. It's very clear that this is some sort of push for something. I just don't understand it. It's, I don't know. And of course
Bro, in Call of Duty Vanguard, I think 90% of the time my character was like either a woman or actually literally an Indian woman. I didn't give a fuck and played the game. Oh my God, there's black people in my video game. What am I gonna do? Play the game. Who cares? Yeah, his audio shit, so you know it's Quantum.
You have to interact with these characters. You know,
He'll say it's not him, though.
You can't just go on about your story without at least at first denying the request for conversation or whatever it is. And again, I'm a black person here, so this isn't coming from a place of hate. It's just it feels more like I'm being pandered to, even though I'm not asking.
David, this is just incredible. Read my long message in chat. Send it to me on Twitter. That's the best, because if I go through the chat right now with how many people are here.
To be pandered.
Dude, Ninja Defender, I don't get it. Like, why do you, even if every single character in this game was black, who cares? Is the game good? Is it not good? That's all that matters. Who gives a shit? He replies to a comment under here? No. Oh, is he that weird? Where is he? He doesn't let that many comments on his videos. Or no, are you talking about...
Two, and that's where it starts to...
Okay, so we know that's... It fits him perfectly. Let's see what else. Or is he, knowing him, he probably went on a delete spree. Jesus. All right, well, that's the only ridiculous thing I've seen there.
It's hypocrite. It's a hypocrisy. Like, you want to say what you think, but not listen to what others say. And I think that's the danger here, because now you guys are kind of running with...
Look into his bio at the end of it. On the channel? About. Welcome. I'm a gamer of name PlayStation, Xbox. If you love video games, this is no console board, just games. I post casual gameplays, tips, tutorials, tricks, and also saying that I hate black people in my video games. But don't worry, I'm a black person. I post tricks. What is this? Like a 1992 gaming magazine? Is this Nintendo Power? Gaming TV, gaming showcases, and live streams where we talk all things gaming. You know what? I guarantee you, he hasn't shown his face on here, I bet you, right? I guarantee you that this will be his channel once he goes, and you'll never see his face on here because he knows he's ban evading. Oh, come on. He's just mad that no one on YouTube wants to tickle him all the... Please. I mean, he's blatant hatred towards LGBTQ. And I guess, why do you care what the race of the characters are?
Like, he's a bigot, he's a homophobe, he's a transphobe. You're just trying to weaponize the gay community against me. Because if we look at your history, you've said a lot of really, really anti-gay stuff, man. Like, really bad, right? And, I mean, it gets to the point where it's just like, when you have Mischief apologizing for that, when you have Review Tech USA apologizing for that, saying, yeah, they were terrible, but, you know, they owned up to it, and they didn't try to use whataboutisms to try to, like, dismiss it or deflect. I'm not deflecting. I straight up didn't do the shit, so I'm not going to own something I didn't do.
On multiple accounts that he had full access to, that if you don't know how to run those accounts, but yet, man, you knew how to delete them right away. Don't know how to delete a comment, would leave comments like them up. Dude, you're just trying to hope that you have some kind of fucking stupid case that, I don't know why you think this would go to court, but if it goes to court, that you're like, how do you know I was typing it? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, well, now that we know that his channel's there, how much ban evading can he do?
When I make a mistake, I own it outright and I say, you know what, damn, I was wrong. But this isn't one of those examples.
You haven't done that once with anything. You've never done it even before this whole drama started. You don't apologize. Griffin has proven it with the interactions with him. You are never wrong, and you always play the victim every single fucking time.
And no matter how much you cry for spilled milk, I'm not going to fucking put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you, okay? Or whatever.
What the fuck did he just say?
examples, and no matter how much you cry for spilled milk, I'm not gonna fucking put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you, okay?
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere near your nipples, Chief. I'm not going to sit there and press. What the living fuck was that? I'm not going to sit there and let you suck my nipples. This guy is off his fucking meds. You know, he was never on meds, but he should be in them. Holy shit. Yeah, I may have to. I'm not going to sit there and breastfeed you. Well, thank you, Quantum. I appreciate that. Oh, after Quantum TV called Stop the FOMO, I got Netflix and started watching Lucifer for the first time. Dude, isn't that strange? If it wasn't for this whole Quantum thing, I would have never played Elden Ring. I would have been like, oh, God, another Souls game. I'm sure I would like it, but it's just too much. It's too hard. I don't have the time. Here I am. I don't know where I found the time, but almost 100 hours later. God, I put 100 hours into a fucking video game, but I'm enjoying it, so that's all that matters. I'm going to make a prediction. Billy Mays cocaine. We have to turn on the Oblivion music for him. I'm going to make a prediction. Elon Musk is going to integrate the Signal messaging app with Twitter. He seems to be invested in both. Well, he's going to do something, man. No one like him does shit if there isn't money involved, obviously. If YouTube knows about this channel, why does it matter if he's evading prior ban? Dude, YouTube is huge. And I'm pretty sure Ackman had a meeting with some people too. But, you know, people were saying EDP and Quantum. The guy's a fucking psycho and said horrible, bigoted, and I guess apparently he's a racist too, which boggles my mind. But it still doesn't compare to EDP literally driving out to try to go fuck a 13-year-old. And also on top of it too, EDP had a much bigger platform, millions of subscribers, I think. So I sent you a DM about an experience with Quantum. Okay. Rich, you missed my $5 super chat, did I? Sorry, Solid Crusader. I'm not trying to miss anybody here, dude. It's just there's an onslaught of stuff tonight, man. Onslaught. Bro, I don't see you right now. I'm looking again. Again, YouTube, if you had a search function, it would be great. Quantum should have replaced. I never watched that movie. Listen to this at work, and my coworkers went, "What the fuck?" About what? About something the stupid like bird shit that I do, or what this guy's saying? What is the new refresh rate feature for the? I know they had brought in variable rate shading, which not only helps a little bit with battery life. Battery life on the deck sucks. I'll talk about it in my video, no matter what. The battery life on all those devices suck because you're AAA gaming on a fatter, thicker Switch size device. But it actually helps the gaming performance. Biden is thinking of canceling up to $10K of student loan debt. It does prove that pressure works, but that's like it's like throwing a penny in a debt well, though. You DM me the TikTok info. Can I get multiple intro guy farts in Hassan? Yes, of course. You gotta wait, though. Oh, you sucked me! People complain about not being represented enough, and they do get represented. You can't go by him. He's racist. He's a fucking Candace Owens. He's a fucking Candace Owens. Oh, here's my skin. I'm black. You know, to Quantum Leap's claims, they don't watch YouTube. I'm not sure. I've never been more interested. I haven't either. But this is insanity. All right, so let me check. Usually I don't check Twitter and shit on the fly. But if this is actually his fucking whatchamacallit. What is your... Let me see. I'll check your super chat here, bro. What is it, Solid Crusader? And I have slow mode on. Where is... Sent a link. Where is this link? Fantastic. What the fuck? Where is his... I'll have to look at this later. Viral funny. I love everything is just hashtags with him. Where's this one?
Reseal I found at Best Buy the other day. So as you can clearly see, the Saran...
Oh, that's definitely him. I'm trying to see if he shows anything.
Find out coronavirus kills boomers, but won't kill millennials.
Ah!
Millennials after they find out coronavirus kills boomers, but won't kill millennials.
What the fuck is this?
Millennials after they find out coronavirus kills boomers, but won't kill millennials.
I mean, I don't know at this point, Buttermilk. I don't really know why he wanted... It's going to end with his channel being shut down, but maybe he thinks that that's not going to happen because he's so delusional. And this is definitely...
Millennial.
Is he fucking 12? What are you going to say? This isn't you too, Quantum, even though it's definitely you? What is this? Let's see.
Homegrown tomato. There she was, right there.
He's definitely... Quantum, is it you're going to say this isn't you?
Yes. Let's pluck this bad boy. And pull it out.
Why is he showing him plucking a fucking tomato?
And just like that.
Scroll down to the Fantastic Beast. The fuck is it? Duet. Oscars at home. Anime. Let me see. About someone's in the middle, more left. Oh, this one. Here we go. I was looking for it in the title. That's why. I'm not that stoned.
Wrap in the corner is poorly wrapped. Here's a reseal I found at Best Buy the other day. So as you can clearly see, the saran wrap in the corner is poorly wrapped.
He has to say something extremely stupid here for you guys to point this out. Let's go.
And then here's the factory version, completely sealed up. Nothing wrong with it. But then if we look at the saran wrapped version, you can see that even the artwork was warped from a heat gun being pushed against, again, the plastic and melting. So it's definitely something you need to watch out for when you're buying movies at Best Buy, because retail industries literally just take used stock, resealed stock, and put it out on the shelves, and here is your undeniable proof. And again, look at the resealed corners versus the factory sealed ones.
Okay. We got to find, so he has tomatoes. If he had some more spicy shit up here, it's probably gone, knowing him. What is this? Dude, he is fucking weird. Like, even if I didn't know anything about this guy, like, what's going on?
I want to know where I can.
Okay, I'm done.
Or whatever, or feed it through the bottle to you. Like,
Yes. He needs to keep his buttholes tight because he needs to keep every
I'm sorry, but that's just not how
ounce of his ego in
world
check.
works, okay? The world doesn't revolve around your talking points, as you would so generously like to think.
Wonder what his antique collection looks like.
And this concept now that, like, even Asm Gold jumps up and, like, tells a lie, like quantum text, you know, man's mother. And
I just can't believe. But that just, I mean, I understand that wouldn't work in a courtroom, but he had the tweets on his own. He had all of those posts on his actual social media. It wasn't screen caps. I never go by screen caps. It's irrefutable that it was his. People know those are his takes too, even outside of those tweets from interacting with him in videos that he's made from his shut down previous channel, Quantum Apotheosis or whatever the fuck it is, that got shut down for hate speech. Like, dude, come on. You're going to say because we weren't in the room with you as you were fucking typing that shit on your phone? That doesn't work in court, you moron.
And he threatened violence against her and all this shit. And then even follows it up where if somebody did that to my mother, I'd want to shoot them too. Like, you guys are really making this a nasty situation for no reason. I never threatened anyone, and you both know that. You know, and the surveillance footage shows that very clearly. And if you think it's fake surveillance footage because I blacked it out to conceal what was going on in the background in my own household where my family members were moving around freely, well, you can look at the timestamp dated for April 23rd and then the outgoing call log that I provided, and then the 23rd where Actman magically says he's moving on, and then after the apology video that I put up, the power of an apology video, magically wants to get triggered, and then all these threats magically happened after I called his mother. Like, you guys really need to look at things full picture.
You could have had other phone calls on other devices, which I've heard that you do things like that to the point that someone had to call about you. This is alleged, but I believe it personally, because you got someone's information because you were unhappy with them, and until they made a phone call about you to make you stop legally, you were bothering them. Again, that's all alleged, but it's what I was told. So you've also been known for doing that. Again, I can't prove it, so I have to say alleged. So if the bullshit fits, I guess you could say he's having a quantum break. Yeah, pretty much.
and stop playing games here, because this is a witch hunt, and it's happening because,
bro, if you stop making these videos, I would stop talking about you. But you can't stop punching yourself, and I'm gonna sit there to laugh at you as you're literally throwing your own fist in your face. And yes, you're damn right, I'll make money off of it. Yeah, I've seen people have said that before. It's so true, Beagle Boy Gaming. It wasn't me, it was everybody else. Saying his mom is trying to amp him up. Are you fucking serious, dude?
you guys wanted to steal my content and harass me and damage the original videos. Because when I made those Elden Ring videos, you guys wanted to do your so-called takes on my video, which turned into harassment, which turned into people.
Their opinion. Okay. Dude, it happens to me too if someone made a video on me. Oh, this person thinks you're a piece of okay. Wow. Someone was critical of me and some of their fans came here and said I suck. Wow. Oh no. Are you okay? You can't go into the witness protection program because your feelings were hurt, Chief.
Coming from your channel to ratio out my content, which destroys its ability to profit on the market.
Oh, God. Dude, you are doing a beautiful job yourself. Do you realize that if you truly, which I prove that you don't just talk about TVs, you see, your best content is you trying to slander other fucking, I don't know if maybe slander is a strong word, but trying to discredit, let's say, other TV reviewers. You do that over and over again. You're making it like you're so beyond this beyond, I should put in quotes. What the fuck are you beyond? This content, but you're not. Look, I have looked up his old channel. He's scorched earth a lot of it.
Which in turn makes it no longer fair use, which is the sole reason I fucking ever filed a copyright infringement claim against you. You use a certain percentage of it and you cause damages and you use all the...
But YouTube didn't side with you. I would say the Act Man used a similar amount of content that Mischief used. YouTube literally came back and told the Act Man, yeah, there was a copyright claim filed. We don't agree. Your video is fair use. That's it. Pack up and move on. The reason everyone's laughing at you is you will not move on from this. I gotta piss. Enjoy birds. There's a pretty convincing Reddit user, Quantum Television, 2 years old, hot political takes defending his TV settings. Unless there's some way to prove, see the other, like his Twitter, his Facebook, his blog, those were all traced right back. They were literally on his YouTube. There's no question about those. I can't just go, like, there's Quantum TVs in the chat here right now. None of them are him. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. You know, Quantum would create drama from before. Dude, yeah. And then he says he's not about drama, but he is.
The stuff containing my imagery, and then you act like it's not a big deal. Like, no harm can be done from destroying someone's reputation. But if it happened to you, I guarantee you, you'd be whining, pissing, bitching, and moaning. You're the first people to claim You don't like abusers. You don't like, you know, bullies. And you sit there and you literally indulge in the same behavior you say that you're not for. Time and time.
I'm doxing people. I'm calling people's moms. I'm bothering people. Did I ever weaponize my audience? Did I ever lie and falsely call someone a pedophile? What am I doing? Am I doing anything besides commenting on your stupid fucking takes in YouTube live streams and videos? No. How am I bullying you? I don't wish you any physical harm. I don't want to see anyone go to your home. I don't want to see anyone bother your family. I don't want to see any of that. How am I being a bully? May I get a monstrous wet fart followed by birds? Of course. Coincidences will imply guilt in his legal defense. Dude, I don't even know what he just can't stop. I think that's the thing that is most amazing about him. He can't help himself.
Again, with these false lies that I'm unhinged, I'm dangerous on the platform. I've been reviewing TVs long before you guys have ever started talking about me.
You were already banned off the platform. This has nothing to do with my opinion. I haven't flagged a single fucking one of your videos, and I'm full within my right to do so. It's just the terms of service. That is how it works. Just checking something here real quick. If you have a YouTube channel and it is permabanned from YouTube, you are permanently banned from the platform. You cannot make another YouTube channel. If you do, you are ban evading and they will kick you off. It's that simple. It's confirmed to be you. I don't know what shade and fraud means because I'm stupid.
The way you guys flock to controversy, you would think that you would have...
Oh, dude. Talk shows and TV shows have always talked about controversy. And you have zero fucking right to talk about... you are trying to bring controversy up or bring it to HDTVTest and stop the FOMO. It's right on your fucking channel, dude. False lies. That's a good point. Like, shut the fuck up.
Run into my name.
You don't like that your horrible social media posts and the fact that you told people to kill themselves and we watched the whole video not out of context. You don't like that it got you backlash. You thought you were nothing but your 8 fucking yes men were going to sit there and gargle your nuts. Your MAGA nuts. Oops.
A couple of different fucking times if I actually was unhinged and dangerous. But the fact is, it's not a fucking thing. You're just running with that because you think it's...
I don't think you're going to kill me. You're just nuts.
Sounds good to your community. Not realizing that, like, all you're doing is just making this a really bad situation because you don't like me. You want me off the platform, and you think that's the best way of getting the job done.
Dude, I don't like the quartering either. I don't like... There's many people on here I don't like. I don't give a fuck they're on the platform. I don't care. I don't care that you're on the platform. People are mad at me because I haven't flagged your shit. But I just don't care. I don't fucking give a shit. I missed your $10 super chat, man. I'm sorry. There is a pretty convincing... No, I didn't... B-Rent, is that... No, that's not you. Holy shit, man. There's like... Hey, my boyfriend sent you something on Acerthon. He's even in a worse version. It's even a worse rabbit hole. He could send you more later, but brace your anus. What did you send it under? On Twitter? Again, I'm not looking to... It's just there's so much shit coming in. There's almost 2,000 people here, and I appreciate it. I'm trying... I think I've nailed 98% of the super chats.
But let me just kind of put this out there.
Not nailed, but replied to them, I mean to say.
All you guys have to understand, when you claim that somebody said something or you report something to YouTube, YouTube is an unbiased party. They're going to look at all the evidence and all the facts about this creator on the platform. And when they conclude, as they have, that I've not done a single fucking thing but make TV videos and I'm not actually some unhinged, dangerous person that needs to be deplatformed.
Dude, you literally got your other channel shut down. You just hid long enough. Was he wearing a mask? That's probably why he was wearing a fucking mask when he started his videos. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Let's go to his videos. Let's go to his oldest fucking videos. Shockingly, here he is. HDTVTest needs funding. He's already... Oh, look. Weird. Oh, why are you wearing a mask, dude?
So, with the brand new LG E9 on the market, why exactly did I go with the LG E8? I mean, after all, it has less features. Specification-wise, it's less impressive. So, what really was my...
Yeah. Knew he was ban evading. He couldn't show his face. It's that simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize this. Has quantum noise the definition of it's no? People who are truly insane don't realize they're insane usually. Can I just point out that Mischief has double the subscribe? I feel like more small creators like me should roast this nut bar. But dude, it does. That's like a YouTube lottery ticket. That doesn't happen that often, you know.
Then you're gonna sit there and run with what active.
Like I never thought this would make me gain subscribers. I've talked about other crazy shit. That's not how it works, you know.
Man is doing right now. What Asm Gold is doing right now. Well, if we can't get him terminated,
Deadpool or Dead Channel,
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders.
Because he's clean, well, then we can try to make him dirty by saying that he committed a crime, and we'll just come up with some lie that he texted your mother. Like this.
First off, why would a guy who, with well over 1 million subscribers, put his entire channel on the line and make up a lie about you? What would it benefit him? I had nothing to do with it either. Like, you're making it like we're all plotting against you, dude. Like, we're just doing our thing. I wouldn't be talking about you if you didn't make, another another poorly mixed audio video that's almost 40 or audio video, poorly mixed video or a podcast. It's called a podcast because to him it's a podcast where you're coming out of my right ear saying a bunch of nonsensical shit. Rich, drink the spoiled milk of quantum. He wants to, apparently he wants to breastfeed me. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean, son? What does it even mean, Dr. Wasabi?
This level of hatred is insane, and it's so outlandish. All you had to do, Act Man, was call me back. I gave you my number through your mother. That was the sole.
Dude, this is pretty much confirmed now. He did try to talk to you, like I said, on Discord, and you pretended that you couldn't connect. You don't want an actual interaction with anybody. Dude, come on my live stream. It's not a debate. It'll be an interview. I'll have a list of questions ready for you. Come on. Clear the air on everything. Let us know how all of this stuff all put together is just a bunch of coincidences. And there was a ninja that broke into your house, fucked you in the ass, and then wrote that bigoted stuff on your phone while you were sleeping afterwards. Yeah, and you know how people like Rich, why he was ban evading. Why would he then show his, like, once he thought it was safe, his ego couldn't let you not see his face. He couldn't help. He can't help himself. That's why I think I'm most fascinated with this. Is he looking for attention? Of course he is. This is the most attention he's probably had in a very long time. At first I was like, no, it's just he wants to be right because he's such a narcissist. I think that's a big chunk of it too. But I really do think now at this point that he thinks there's going to be some kind of insane redemption arc where maybe it'll be my turn to get 140,000 subscribers. Nah, dude.
The whole purpose of me reaching out to your next of kin.
Oh, he hates that too. He hates Like, he hates that his insanity is making other people money. Congrats on 996K, everyone. Yeah, I can't believe I'm actually closing in on 1 million subs. But like I always said before, I mean, whether I hit it or not, it's about viewership, and I was still getting the viewership even as my sub growth wasn't going up. And like I said before, it wasn't that people weren't subscribing, it's just people were coming in and other people were going out. So, does anyone else remember Brett Kane? Doesn't this sound... Who is Brett Keane? I'll look him up. Brett Keane. Was an American. What happened? Let me look at this guy a second. Well, what was Brett Keane? He needs a Whataburger and some French fries. Yeah, pretty much. Because I love you, Rich, you missed my first super chat, over. So please get the... I'm not going to fucking breastfeed you audio. I don't know, because see, the thing about that, how often can I use that? Like, he just sucked me. I could use in many situations.
Oh, you sucked me!
I guess it... all right, maybe I'll fuck with it.
If you really honestly wanted to talk, you could have. And you didn't.
He does a face reveal. Oh, I answered you, bro. I said he couldn't help himself because he initially put the mask on to Banevade, but then he realized that I need the accolades, so he took the mask off.
I don't have any...
How long did he keep the mask for is the $1 million question, too.
Any interest in having a Discord conversation or talking on voice chat. I want to talk where you're not recording it, and where if you record it, you're violating two-party consent laws. That's why I didn't join the call, by the way. I want...
But they're still probably going to record you. What do you mean? They could record you on a phone. They could record you where you... Are you going to meet like you're in the movie fucking Casino? Where it's Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci? You're going to hold fucking cigarettes up to your lips so that the feds can't read your fucking lips? What are you going to do? Dude, you're just making excuses. You're making excuses. What are you going to do? You going to send him a letter? What is it? Is Reagan still in office? What the fuck? So now you're not going to... Anywhere. Dude, they could record you. So with that stupid fucking mindset, don't go on anything then. What are you going to go on? What are they going to... They can record you on anything. It's 2022, dude. They can record you on a phone with an app. Oh, Jesus Christ. And he literally just did this, too. As an attorney, dude, I'm sure you deal with that all the time. If you're an attorney, I believe you're an attorney. Why the hell would you say that? But it's like when doctors have patients like, no, this is what's like. Are you the patient? I'm the doctor. If you don't have a medical degree, it's time to shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, let me download the video. That's a good call. Thank you, David. That's actually a great fucking call. Because he is notorious, this guy. Of course, the software is going to take 20 minutes for always deleting his shit. So, no, I don't even know why I'm going to get the video. It's all audio anyway, poorly mixed audio. Oh, it does, without question. It's not even being funny, Sam. At least he knows how to have the audio from his voice go to both the left and right audio channel properly with the same amount of gain.
I want to make sure that there's no audience. I want to make sure that there's nothing. There's just two people talking to resolve their differences.
So unless you're going to meet in person, that's not something that can exist. What the fuck? Now you're moving the goalpost to there has to be, we have to talk on a medium which doesn't exist where it can't be recorded. That's not a thing. You could be recorded anywhere. How do you know if you met in person that someone wouldn't have the phone with the recorder app, which is built right into iPhones? Where is it? You just hit record, put it in your pocket. They could be recording you there. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't make any sense.
And you didn't want to do that because, case in point, you shared all the private messages that we had, the same way Griffin Gaming shared every email that I had. And even, you know...
It's emails. And he was proving a point about you being a psycho. It's not the same as an audio recording. It's not the same laws, Chief.
Oh, it's funny because every time you guys make damaging content, I do try to reach out to you and tell you...
Who just donated $50 to him?
You guys have caused harm with this kind of nonsense. And I love that you guys are like, oh, Quantum makes death threats. It's okay when he does it. I didn't make a death threat. I literally quoted what Florida law says. It's a stand your ground state. And when people are saying that they're going to...
Yeah, I don't even really fucking care about that. Dude, I care about the shit you said when you said you wanted to see them Pulse nightclub. I care, like, who gives a fuck? Rich, you don't understand. It's Actman's mom's fault. She should have given her son's private number to a stranger. What he called? Yeah, exactly, dude. If someone called my mom asking for my information, she'd be like, who the fuck are you first? Why? And even if the person said they know me, like, if he knows you, give me your name or your phone number, since you obviously know my phone number, he could call you back. Are you that fucking stupid? I usually absolutely hate drama and avoid all costs, but this, I am strapped until Quantum TV is cleaned the fuck out. He's not going to stop until he is.
Going to show up to my house with guns. They're going to bash my head in. They're going to do all kinds of unspeakable things.
Dude, I know. Yeah, dude. It's not okay, but it's going to happen to you in the internet. I've been told I've been shot. I've been told everything. I've been told I'm getting the shit beaten out of me. Boo-hoo.
To my wife.
I have told people are going to try to find me.
And my girls, like, if you're going to go with that narrative, I'm just going to say that, listen, it's literally a stand your ground state. Like, if you show up doing any of that stuff, well, at the end of the day, I will have to stand my ground against that. Like, that's not a death threat to any specific person at all. Like, that's literally just saying, like, I will defend myself if you guys...
Who is this Sam Hine who just...
guys want to...
donated $100 to this guy?
Bring these violent threats and act on...
Is that his wife? Is that like his wife on a sock account? He's saying I'm inciting a riot? Oh, come on.
The death threats, which again came from Griffin Gaming's Xbox video, where he literally called me out and tried to do all this shit. And of course, magically, the guy lumped in with these racists, magically, the racist apologist has fans that like that kind of behavior.
He's calling someone else a racist when he was just complaining about a video game not based on a period piece from a fictional world, had black people in it. Like, you literally, you are black and it's amazing. Candace Quantum. But you literally just were pulling the race card. Rich alternatively wish them uncontrollable explosive diarrhea in the middle of traffic with frequent bumps, sudden stop, and no TP in any restroom. They would have to use their shirt then, like my friend Dan did one time. You should really have a cha-ching sound effect or montage anytime Quantum sounds like something that would come out of either a nut job or an alternate. Then the people would leave the stream. There'd be 5 people here because it'd be every 5 seconds.
And like, you guys have no idea.
I'm already stopping enough.
I'm literally getting like emails of like black people hanging from trees from the 1950s with like all kinds of N-bombs being dropped. right after the Ackman's video and Asm Gold's video. Like, this is the community.
But that's not them. It's just them having a take on you. Do not put what horrible people, shitty fucking people are doing, which they always will do. They would do that over. That's someone having an opinion and criticizing you. If they're a psychopath, as wrong as it is, that's not the responsibility of the creator because they called you out. What do you not get about that? And yeah, you were right. He brought the race card up. A guy who's racist, literally, we just proved it. He was complaining about black people in a video game, is now playing the race card. You can't make this up.
Community that like wants to play like they have a moral high ground. Like, I guarantee you, if iJustine made a video about this, I wouldn't be getting like the N-bomb and like people hanging from trees and like all this stuff. Like,
really? Dude, Sam Hine has to be an account that he owns. It has to be a fucking account. Who are you? Who are you? There's no fucking way. Either that or they're absolutely out of their mind. Who is Sam Hine? That's not the same fucking name. Here it is. About. I can't prove anything from that, but it's definitely suspect as fuck.
Because that's not our...
Dude, it's an insane story. What we got? Deck refresh rate update. All right, I'll get the update. I'll check to see. Yes, Seggy Melons, this is still happening. I mean, I can't prove anything from this, but what the fuck is even going on?
Based. She has a channel that's about tech and usually good vibes. But you guys are about controversy and hate.
Dude, I guarantee you. First off, iJustine. Let's just keep it real. iJustine is nothing but a walking fucking billboard for whatever advertiser wants to make money off of her. She's never going to talk about you. But I assured you if she did, her fan base would do. It's just there's always that piece of a fan of a creators or any person or whatever, a celebrity, whatever. There's always that weird, crazy, small portion of the fan base that's dedicated that gives someone else hell. If iJustine talked about you, I assure you the same. That's just how it goes, dude. Meanwhile, his wife's boyfriend, I don't know about any of that shit. So what is the deck refresh rate? Like they have like VRR on there or something? What's up, Saggy Melons? How are you? He's created the most delusional story. That's an understatement. What makes me dislike and worry about Quantum is what he said about you must have self-hatred against yourself and hate against mixed to say that. Yeah, it's just... And didn't he say his wife is Asian or something like that?
Hatred, and that's the kind of people you pull in. And you want to act like nobody can potentially be harmed by your actions. And you want to try to pretend like when I said, I'm genuine.
Are you concerned? Are you concerned, Quantum, when you make all these videos at HDTVTest? You're giving your opinion on him? Are you like we have a picture of him pretending to be drinking here? Never trust HDTVTest. Were you concerned about your fan base, the 8 of them, that are actually real and probably not bots? I don't know if he botted his channel, but it wouldn't surprise me. Are you concerned? Because you're doing the same thing. So you having a take on HDTVTest, having a negative take on him, hashtag stop lying. Are you concerned that your fan base may go after him and leave mean comments? But again, it doesn't apply to you. It's two standards. You see what I'm saying? You're such a fucking hypocrite. I can't stand it. Congrats in advance. Well, let's see, dude. The Ides of March are not done yet. I've been a follower since the AverMedia days. Hey, I'm still using AverMedia capture card right now. Welcome to the internet, Quantum TV. Thank you. But dude, look. Quantum, come. Let me make sure I have this video. Let me go to open link in new tab.
But my reviewing stuff.
Here, I'm going to take this video. Stop lying. You're making a negative video about another creator, Quantum. Oh, but it's you making a video about somebody, so that's okay. All of these things you're crying about right now don't count, right? Oh, this fucking guy makes me angry, man. Yeah, I'm going to re-download it just in case. It says I already have it, but...
Genuinely worried for your targets. Like, the people you target and harass, I'm worried about their safety. You want to act like, oh my...
I'm lazy. I have to answer that. So because you're desensitized to threats and all that, someone being bothered by that happening to them is... But what are you going to do? I'm not saying it's right. I already said that countless times before I even saw. Are you going to punch at the wind? Are you gonna sit there and play whack-a-mole with every single roach that's doing that stupid shit? Good luck.
My God, this guy plays victim, doesn't he? No, you got...
Yes, you do. And you're a hypocrite who does the same exact thing you're crying about other people doing because you don't like when it happens to you, but it's okay if it happens to other people. And I have the evidence right on your own fucking channel and just downloaded a video as proof.
You guys victimize people with your behavior. You target them. You look at them as like literally a digital scoreboard in a game, and like you have fun. You go to town with them. Even as far you took,
just like you did on a HDTV test, right?
Get as far as saying that your mother was threatened when somebody reached out to next of kin, because how dare they find you in the real world? That's creepy. Nope.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to try that, dude, because I've been playing Elden Ring on there.
No, it's not, dude. It's
dude, what the fuck is going on with the Sam? There is something sketch about the Sam Hine account.
Public record. If you're yo,
why would you donate unless it's like someone who's in cahoots with him? Why would you donate $200 to this guy? Yes, of course he is. He doesn't care. He already kind of called him out on his community feed. The number one. Hey guys, I'm number one for misleading information and lies.
Don't even trust me on this. If you think that you are so private as a person, type in your name and actually do a research or try to do any basic research on your name. I promise you, if you look into the Act Man right now, you...
But it doesn't matter that you could easily find some information on him. You could find my number that I had when I was a little kid in 1986. It doesn't mean you should call it. What do you not get about that? It's like, what it is he's literally has mental illness and he doesn't understand why he thinks everyone else is mad and he's sane because he's in his own little world. He posted a video about Actman. We may have to watch that too, depending on when we get done with this. Yeah, dude, there's something up with that person.
You will find
Dr. Wasabi.
His full legal name. You'll find, just type Actman.
But it doesn't matter. Holy fucking shit. This guy is off his fucking meds.
Look for Actman's real name. Like, actually try to find people. You will find it. It's not hard.
Yes, you could find all of my information, unfortunately. Yes, you can.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders.
And the thing is, like, you guys want to act like reaching out for non-malicious purposes is like literally some vigilanteism or like...
It's just weird, dude. You could... A 13-year-old knows that that's weird. Like, social etiquette would say that's not... Okay, you don't know those people, and you're mad about a YouTube video they made. Like, could you imagine... Just shoe on the other foot, which we know he loves. Okay? Could you imagine? He would act like such a tough guy. Like, did you believe that HDTV test called my wife complaining about me? What? Stop being such a victim, man. Just, what's wrong with you? Like, he would pull all that shit. But as soon as it's flipped, it's not okay. Because it's about him. And the whole world is about him. What did you send, Necromaster? Dude calling someone's family members. Of course it is. Podcast give me Jim Jones. I'm not sure what
some
that means.
call to action to do something really damaging or destructive, and it's not. I'm just literally trying to say, hey, let's resolve our differences off camera because clearly on camera isn't working, right?
But they made a video about your take, just like you've made a billion videos about HDTVTest and Stop the FOMO's takes. Should they call your mom and cry about it because they couldn't get your information? Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
You guys are sending a mob after me, and it's only getting worse, right? And then, like, when I try to be normal, and
it's getting worse because you just make it get worse. We're telling you, Quantum, stop digging yourself into a hole. Just let it go. And you're like, nah, man, the more people tell you to stop digging, you dig faster.
and like say, yo, let's just talk. Let's not be like weird about it. You gotta go weird about it. Like it's the strangest thing to me. And the fact that like in that,
I'm going to say it again. You called his mother. It doesn't matter that the information is public. That was too far. It's weird. And he does want to breastfeed me. No, he doesn't want to breastfeed me, he said. But he did. What the fuck does it even? And it's people are telling me, and I'm still in for a loop with this shit. We're only a third of the way in. Holy fuck.
that text that I did see, Ackman's mother's like, well, you know, just make sure he can't link anything back to you. Go ahead and try. But like what the hell is that? Like, what are you planning? What are you guys trying to do? I mean,
what are you? No, because you're fucking weird. She's. Because you're weird enough to call there, Lord knows. And that's the thing, too. You're always saying, I know I've said this before, but I have to bring it up again. And I keep repeating myself because he basically keeps repeating himself. You said before, I don't understand how this social media stuff works, but I can actually do some research and find your mother's phone number to contact you, though. Come on, man. Ignis Lord of Flies, I missed your super chat. Stats. Video stats are connected to his band channel. What do you mean? Ignis Lord of Flames, where did I miss you, bro? I answered you. I answered you specifically. I said, he already did. I said he put up a community tab complaining about Moist Critical.
like, was this your move? Like to try to like slander me and like lie and to say like I did all this stuff? Like, was that what she was telling you to do? Like, because that's really bad parental advice if that's what she told you to do, but whatever.
He's now talking about, this is insane.
And I think at the end of the day, all of this like trying to cancel me over tweets that are from the timeline I told you I was hacked, that I've disavowed, like
you can even hear in his voice that he's lying. I've said this before. Like he can't, like he always stumbles at that one part. Because he knows on it wasn't just once or twice, on multiple occasions that he said that awful shit. Dude, check his chat. Why are people... See, don't dox. That's the thing. Don't. But don't go down to other people's levels. I don't understand why, like, don't do the, you know, I wish I could make, it's probably people who are younger, like 20-something and under. Doing shit like that doesn't help your case. It makes it worse. It makes you look like an animal, and it makes him look like more of a victim. Why would you want to do that? He couldn't calibrate his weight of a fucking Billy No Talent of a fucking paper bag.
a bunch of times, and like be like you always coming up with like constant like you need to answer to this or else we're going to continue to say this about you and label you. Like it all started because you guys wanted to take content that didn't belong to you in the first place, and then the moment you started causing damages and somebody wanted to...
Let's go back to his video. Did you ask?
Style has landed me in trouble more than once, and the marketing department and the PR department of these...
He used HDTVTest footage. Did you get express permission from him to use his intellectual property? No, there's no way you could have sent the link with a super chat, bro. Yeah, his podcast has profanity, so it shouldn't exist. Very good point.
These manufacturers, they don't really appreciate this sort of honest and transparent reviewing style.
Look, all that footage of. Did you get permission to use? Quantum TV's even now, Richie's just showing Twitter. He's even complained about people using his likeness in thumbnails. He is insane.
Because, let's be honest here, I mean, if you have another publication that puts out a review.
Look at all this HDTV test footage. Did you get express permission to use this, Quantum TV?
That is glowing, and you have someone like myself who is actually reviewing.
Keeps going. He's still using footage.
A television in a thorough manner without any quarters.
Wait, no. Is this entire video his footage?
Given without sugar coating, then who are you actually more likely to send a review sample to? A manufacturer or a PR department is more likely to send the review sample to publications or journalists who are more likely to review televisions in a subjective and glowing manner than someone like myself. I have been sort of overlooked and neglected in this process, so I don't get actually invites to attend these pre-CS briefings. I don't get invited to learn about the technologies implemented on new products.
Still going.
I don't get actually invites to attend these pre-CS briefings. I don't get invited to learn about the technologies implemented on new products. Between traveling all around the country to calibrate TV.
Quantum's not even showing his face. He's literally just ripped a bunch of footage. Man, Quantum. It's almost like you don't really give a fuck about fair use and you just care about your feelings being hurt. Let's keep going, though.
And all around the world for TV launch events. I generally don't have time to keep doing 20-minute reviews.
Quantum
traveling
TV.
all around the country to calibrate TVs and all around the world for TV launch.
Let me, hold on. Come on. Let's, zoom in here. Why the fuck are you not zooming in on the screen? Oh, because I'm not hitting function. Excuse me. Let's just make sure I screen cap this. I don't know what the Windows X, what is it, X again? No, I don't fucking know.
I generally don't have time to keep doing 20-minute reviews. I don't get actually invites to attend. these pre-CS briefings. I don't get invited to learn about the technologies implemented on new products.
Bro. Thank you, Timothy. This guy is fucking insane. So by your delusional fucking mindset, you should be shutting your own channel down. Pack it up. Don't even wait for YouTube to do it. Just pack it up.